So, even though I'm not on shift today, I came in for a disoriented firefighter mayday drill. So, can't think of anything better at the moment than finishing off by taking another brother to that 110th floor. Coming to you live from Sunland Park, New Mexico in the gym. This is the 343 commitment and still counting. 110 floors for firefighter Lincoln Wape out of Rescue 2, Brooklyn's Bulldogs, part of the Special Operations Command of the FDNY. The rescues, the squads, hazmat. Right now, this is for Lincoln Wape, our brother from Rescue 2, taking his 110 floors. Dedicated to his wife Jane, son Clint, and daughter Natalie. This 110 floors to finish our footsteps all the way symbolically to the top of the towers. Taking them out. 7 total verticals. Upon completion, be at the 101st floor. Notice only a little ways up to the 110. The 270th climb since this commitment started, August 2016. So going towards about 5 years, between 4 and 5 right now. So this is for Lincoln Wape, firefighter, 38 years old, resident of Sayville, Long Island, with his wife Jane and children Clint and Natalie. He was known to be a Cub Scout leader and a baseball coach, but it said he would actually be the type of dad to get down on the ground and build Legos, sit in those tiny little seats in kindergarten or at school, and just was a great father and a husband to his family. He was also with a long-term member of the Brookhaven Volunteer Fire Department, and prior to 9/11 was a lieutenant with the Sayville Volunteer Fire Department there in the Long Island. 16 years of service given to the citizens of New York. And I found out he actually did time at St. John's, engine 234, ladder 123, which I've been to that house a few times now with Jennifer and Jack McNamara. In honor of Johnny Mac. From St. John's East. So he did a tour there also prior to becoming a specialist at Rescue 2, Brooklyn's Bulldogs. So it was said he was a class clown at the firehouse, but he was the first to get to the truck and was really good with a welding torch. Turned out that he actually welded onto the fire station training tower different attachments to allow them to work on special rescue skills. It said that as a lieutenant in the Sayville Volunteer Fire Department, he taught many young minds of the younger volunteers. And right now, this 110 floors is symbolically taking him to the very top, finishing those footsteps, dedicated to his wife Jane, son Clint, daughter Natalie. Lincoln will never be forgotten. His name and legacy will live on. This is why we climb. The second to last brother to be going to the top. Lieutenant Martin, John Napolitano, Libretti, to name a few, already at the very top, waiting until the last climb of Rescue 2 for full accountability. Symbolically, pushing them up. As I said before, the Rescue 2 is part of the Special Operations Group of the FDNY. The rescues, total of 5. Rescue 1, outstanding. Rescue 2, the Bulldogs. Rescue 3, Big Blue, Rescue 4, Quappe, and Rescue 5, Blue Thunder. Experts in all types of technical rescue. Lincoln was very handy with a welding torch. He had a tendency of welding items and creating new equipment that could be utilized on the fire ground. Well, one of the things they needed at the firehouse was another broom in Rescue 2. So Lincoln made the 30-pound broom, welded literally a 30-pound broom, which it was said is still in use today, weighs 30 pounds, and is usually kind of a last person to get the closet gets to deal with that broom. For his 16 years of service to the citizens of New York, we climb with honor and respect for Firefighter Lincoln Wape, Rescue 2, Brooklyn's Bulldogs, going to the top. Second to last climb for Rescue 2. Taking them up, symbolically going to the 110th floor. This is the 343 commitment, and still counting, coming to you live from the gym in Summerlin Park, New Mexico. 110 floors for firefighter Lincoln Wape. Dedicated to his wife Jane, son Clint, daughter Natalie. But right now, we're going with honor and respect for the sacrifices made on and after 9/11, 2001. Those that worked the greatest rescue effort in U.S. history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved in 343, followed by the ants still counting. Those who worked the pile at ground zero for days, weeks, and months until the recovery effort was declared complete. Right now, firefighter Lincoln Wape, Rescue 2, a great known rescue firefighter, is going symbolically to the top. 270 brothers to reach that top on completion. 73 yet to go. Right now, this is not for me, but for them. His family, Jane, Clinton, Natalie, the FDNY Special Operations Command. Often on the line, Rescue 2 Brooklyn's Bulldogs, and to our country. So we will never forget, but instead, we will always remember their names, their legacies, and their sacrifices. Going on 20 years later, we have not forgotten. Our brother was a husband and a father, a brother to us and to many others. He was on 2 volunteer fire departments, Sayville, Long Island, where he was a lieutenant, and he was also a long-term member of the Brookhaven Fire Department. I hope I got that right. Everything's by memory, so if it's a little off, I apologize. But right now, taking another brother from Special Operations Command of the FDNY to the very top. Firefighter Lincoln Wape, the creator of the welded 30-pound broom. They're Rescue 2. They had a need. He came up with a solution. Welded a broom. Only thing is it weighed 30 pounds. And they advised they still used it today. Usually it's the last person to get to the broom closet gets the Lincoln Wape 30-pound broom. Pushing him with honor and respect to that very top. For Rescue 2, rescue specialists, technical rescue, high angle rescue, trench rescue. The rescues were able to go after civilians and firefighters also, rescuing themselves. This 110 is to get him to the very top, to finish his footsteps. Right now, coming up on the last of the 4th vertical before we hit the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Right now, this is for our brother, father to Clinton Natalie, Cub Scout leader, baseball coach for his son. The type of dad who would sit down with the kids and play G.I. Joes Play-Doh, build Legos, play with the princesses, play with Barbie dolls. That's the kind of dad Lincoln Wape was. His sacrifice was made so that others could live. 9/11, 2001. Worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil. The valor, bravery, and heroism that was shown. The greatest rescue effort in U.S. history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. Right now, from Sayville, Long Island, Sayville Volunteer Fire Department Lieutenant, Brookhaven firefighter, FDNY firefighter, Special Operations Command Rescue 2, Rescue Specialist, Firefighter Lincoln Wape is going vertical as we speak. Last 3 verticals before we get to that 101st floor. This is why we climb. So almost 20 years later, we remember their names and their legacies. And we educate those coming in so they are never forgotten, but instead always remembered. This is why we climb together. Fifth to 7 verticals going up right now for firefighter Lincoln Wape. 270 climbs to reach the top on completion of this climb for Lincoln Wape. 73 brothers left to go in the initial 343 commitment before the I'm Still Counting will take their place. Right now, for his wife Jane, son Clint, daughter Natalie. The promise is made, the promise is kept. He will never be forgotten. Your husband and father's legacy will live on. Our brother was only 38. At the time, on 9/11. Pushing him up, all the way. All the way to the top. Clear out the mask a little bit. Get nice and foggy. Right there for Lincoln Wape. Firefighter. Brooklyn Bulldogs. Rescue 2. FDNY Special Operations Command. Working together with the squads and Hazmat Company 1, Special Operations Command. The Bulldogs out of Brooklyn, Rescue 2. Thanks to Jennifer and Jack McNamara, I had the opportunity to go and see Rescue 2 while we were in Brooklyn at St. John's. After we were at her husband John McNamara's house, we went to Rescue 2. We will never forget the 343 and still counting. They will take their place once the initial commitment is completed. One by one, they will be accounted for. This right here is to finish the footsteps of our brother, firefighter Lincoln Wape, Rescue 2, the rescue specialist, known to be the first at the truck, but also the class clown of the firehouse, was known to take his welding torch and create tools that would be able to work in the field. He made adjustments and welded pieces onto their training tower to be able to do specialized rescue training at their station. And as I said before, believe it or not, it's all out there. He created a welded 30-pound broom. They needed a broom, well, he made them one. And it was 30 pounds. And it said that they still use that broom today. The only difference was, usually be the last person to get to the closet would get to use Lincoln Wape's 30-pound broom. For his wife Jane and children Nate and Natalie, I really hope I get that right. Again, everything's by memory. To the FDNY off and on the line, specifically Rescue 2, Brooklyn Bulldogs, and St. John's East, Engine 234, Ladder 123. For his 16 years of service to the citizens of New York, our brother was 38 years old on 9/11. And right now, coming up on that last vertical of 7 to get to around the 101st floor of this climb for firefighter Lincoln Wape, Rescue 2, Brooklyn Bulldogs, taking him all the way, symbolically, to that 110th floor, finishing his footsteps, as this is why we climb. Coming to you live from the gym, Summer Park, New Mexico. This is a 343 commitment, and still counting. 110th floor memorial climb for firefighter brother Lincoln Wape, Rescue 2. Going there. as we speak. The 270th climb of this commitment with 73 left to be accounted for in the original 343 commitment. Second half now for this last push up this last vertical to get to that 100 first floor. One thing I did read was that Jane, his wife, really didn't know too much about what was going on when he was on the job on Rescue 2. He kept it that way, not wanting to bring his family in on some of the worst things that he responded to. So now we have hit 101 floors. On this 110 floor memorial climb for our brother. From Rescue 2, Brooklyn Bulldogs. Look at Wape. Right now, we're getting to that 110. There's wife Jane, son Clint, daughter Natalie. All the way to the very top. Second to last climb to bring full accountability. For Lieutenant Peter Martin, John Napolitano, Libretti, already sitting at the top. Mine blanked out for a second there. But right now, Lincoln Wape is about to join to the 110th floor. We sit. And there we have it. For our brother, for our butter, Lincoln Wape. Rest easy, brother. We got it from here. Right there. Right there. Rescue 2's Bulldogs on my helmet.